So the main goal right now that I'm looking at, especially in terms of becoming a professional football, is Australia. Yo, what's going on, Team Twitter? I hope you're all super well. Today is Thursday morning. It's not too early compared to yesterday. It's only 8:56 a.m. If you guys didn't catch yesterday's video, go back, watch it. I woke up at something like 5:55 in the morning. And that was just to get my session in. Absolutely destroyed myself. I'm down at this wonderful oval with the artificial grass to get a sprint session in. And I'm not quite sure what's planned for the rest of the day. It looks like it might rain, so we may have to use the GoPro footage instead of this camera. But hey, footage is better than no footage, so I'll see what I can do for you guys for that. But yeah, my legs are sore. 110 kilo deadlift yesterday as well. It was a rough day yesterday, but hey, we got to get out on the grind. Like I said, sometimes you just got to go in autopilot, just get it done, get out of there, return to your life. That's how I look at it sometimes, and that's when you got to get through those dark spots, when you got to push through as much as you don't want to do things. Flick onto autopilot, get it done. Make sure whilst you're in autopilot, you're not just cruising along, you're actually giving 100%. So I can see how some people might get some confusion there, but always give 100%. Just kind of switch your mind off a little bit, if that makes sense. That's what works for me. So gonna get this sprint session in, and yeah, can't wait to get back out there. Keen to get a few sprints in, working on my technique, power, all that sort of stuff.
If I put you down on a beautiful track, on nice grass, that'd be a 33 run.
Back home, and the first thing I get into is my protein shake, banana flavored. It's alright. Super important to get this down. That sprint session, I'm so happy it's over, like, far out. I didn't film a lot for you guys. We worked on the sled, and that's about it, really. There wasn't a whole lot that we did, apart from the warm-up, of course, but we just took it lighter. We adjusted the session to what my body was capable of, and that wasn't a whole lot. I'm definitely feeling it. So protein shake for recovery, muscle growth. I can't even think right now. I need to sit down. I'll probably catch you guys in a while. I don't know. I need to sit down. Alright, so as you guys know, I want to dedicate pretty much an entire video to how I'm going to sign a professional contract in the future. Now, my plan was to use this whiteboard, but as you can see, you can't really see what I'm writing, and for this video to be successful and come across the way I want it to, I really need you guys to see and visualize this whole process that I'll be going through. So the main goal right now that I'm looking at, especially in terms of becoming a professional football, is Australia. There's a number of reasons for that. Visas, it's easier for me. I have a pathway, contacts, all that sort of stuff. So right now the immediate focus is Australia. In the future that may change, but we'll have to see what happens there. Now, I think a lot of people don't quite understand the Australian system. So that's what I want to explain to you guys. Basically, in Australia, it starts off, there's only one professional league, that's the A-League. In the A-League, I think there's a base wage of 60,000 Australian dollars a year, up to, I don't know, a lot. Below that, you have the Youth League, but you have to be eligible for that being under 20 years old, I believe. So that cuts that option off for me. Now, the next step below the A-League is MPL 1. Now, MPL 1 is in every single state across Australia, and that is considered semi-professional football. Below that, you have MPL 2. Below that, you have MPL 3. And then below that, I honestly have no idea. Now, for me, with the people that I've been speaking with, it would be a disappointment if I was not playing MPL 1 this year. Now, MPL 1 in each state is different. I believe that the New South Wales NPL, which is the state that I'm from, is the strongest, closely followed by Victoria. And then after that, I'd say Queensland, and then everyone else is kind of, you know, they go for themselves. So the real focus is the NPL 1 in New South Wales. I've been speaking with people there. I don't have many contacts in Victoria. In saying that, there is someone I know that I should probably speak to in the coming future. He's an agent that I've worked with somewhat closely. He's definitely helped me out and tried to help me out. So I should speak to him because I've seen a lot of players go on trial and go sign contracts from the Victorian NPL 1. Now, the jump from the NPL 1 into the A-League can be extremely difficult. It's only been done by, well, there's been a few more players this year, but in previous years, man, there was only 4 players, and I think that comes down to you need to know the right people. So in my circle, I'd say I know a few people who can definitely help me progress to the next level, which is obviously the A-League. Now, is the NPL 1 a walk in the park? Definitely not. There's a lot of players who are earning upwards of $1,000 a week, which is a lot of money. And there's also players who have been released from A-League teams and have dropped down to play in that league, and they're making some decent money as well. So it is not easy. Now, in one season, it can be difficult to go from NPL to A-League. And I completely understand that. It's going to be one hell of a challenge and it's going to be difficult. So really the goal for me is to have a good preseason at this NPL club, wherever I may be. Let's say I'm in, I don't know, wherever. If I have a good preseason, you know, perform in the preseason matches, I start to take up a starting position in the side. Now that is crucial. If I do not have a starting position in the side, the plan goes a little bit off the tracks. Because for this plan to be executed, I need to be starting in an NPL side. I need to be scoring goals. I need to be picking up assists. I just need to be playing well for 90 minutes every single week. So look, is that easy to do? By no means. These are not teams that you can just walk into and say, hey, give me a starting spot. It's going to be competitive and I'm up for the challenge. So I like to plan for success. I never really look ahead and go, what if this happens? Oh no, then I should plan for the failure. Plan for this success. So if I have a good season, the next step is to speak to my contacts who are connected to A-League clubs. Now, I know a few people, one being an actual A-League coach. And I will talk about that probably in tomorrow's video, why things haven't progressed there. And then on top of that, a few other contacts who just know people. But I can guarantee you, if I do not have that sort of season of goals, assists, solid 90 minutes, they're not going to want to help me because their reputation's on the line and they'll go, I don't think you're ready for the step up. So that puts a lot of pressure on me to really smash the preseason, get out there and perform. So what's the time frame? So the season for the NPL starts around April, March. Now that lasts about 22 weeks or so. And then there's finals on top of that. So 26 weeks, say. Now it's around the exact end of the competition after the 22 weeks from the start of the season that the A-League teams, remember the professional sides, take up their preseasons. So that's about August. Now in that August time frame, I need to be getting into those A-League preseasons, whether it's 1 club, 2 clubs, 3 clubs, whatever. I need to be in at least 1. Now that's not to go there and sign the contract and say, give me the contract, look at the season I've had. It's to go there, trial, perform, prove myself, and then get the contract after a week, 2 weeks, it could be a day. Because in that preseason, like every club, they're a lot more willing to take players in and put them on trial. So that's around August, and then the professional contract should be signed. Now, let's say that doesn't happen. Let's say I start the NPL season, I'm not playing a whole lot, and I can't even find another club. What do I do? Now, this isn't necessarily planning for failure, but it's planning for another option. As you guys all say, I need a plan B, right? If it does not work, I will most likely revisit the opportunity to go overseas again. Now, that will require a ton of research, seeing where can I actually play in the world. A lot of people say, Sheldon, play here, try here, this is easy for you. It's not. Visas are massive. So I need to investigate the UK visa. I'd love to investigate like Thailand, Asia, but that's if it doesn't work out. So that's another alternative option. That's the plan B. The plan A is to really have a solid season work my way up and get into those A-League sides. So I hope that cleared everything up. If you have any questions, I'll be replying to every single comment down in the comments below. You know, like I said, it's not easy. It's never easy. This is a game that we've all got ourselves into where it's cutthroat, and you gotta love it if you want to keep going. I love the process, and I'll keep going forever. So that's that. That's how I'm going to sign a professional football contract in 365 days. So we'll see where it takes us. Team Tweety, I'm signing out. Make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're around here, join the journey, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.